Welcome to the Spotlight. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Nick Candela.
And I'm Becca Friedman.
We've got a great show lined up for you today. We're going to be talking about the Acoustic Guitar Project. We've got a great musical performance.
We do.
And before we get to any of that, we got to toss things over the wheel to decide what exactly we're going to talk about in our first segment here. So, Wheel, take it away. And again, the crowd goes wild. I love that wheel. The crowd loves it.
It's always exciting.
And as you can see, it's another buzz segment that we like to do. If you're new to the show or it's been a while, you don't know what the buzz is. Basically, it's the buzz around town. You know, something cool happened and the Spotlight was there to cover it, and we're going to tell you all about it. So let's stop talking about it and show you. Well, the buzz brings us back to City Hall for the birthday bash, and you know how we love birthdays. They got all the usual things, you know, the carnival rides, food, the animals, but there's something new this year, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a new addition this year. It's the Disc Dogs of Michigan, and I know I love puppies, and I'm sure everyone else
Who doesn't
loves
love
dogs.
puppies?
Yeah, of course. So let's go check them out.
Our show is a high-flying dog variety show. You'll see high-speed agility racers, you'll see high-flying frisbee dogs, and a whole lot of family fun. Dogs take about anywhere from 3 months to a year to train, depending on what tricks you're trying to do. So we've been doing it ever since then. Now we host competitions and we do a variety of dog variety shows such as this. Just a bunch of people that love to play with their dogs.
Well, the birthday bash was a great success here at City Hall again this year, and we want to thank the Disc Dogs of Michigan for putting on a great show.
That's right, they're awesome. If you want more info on them, you can visit them at discdogsofmi.com.
For more info on anything you've seen during the buzz or any comments at all, visit us on our Facebook page.
Well, the Disc Dogs were really cool to see. There's some pretty cool tricks.
Oh yeah, I loved them. And you know, another part about Birthday Bash that I love is the live music. You know, I'm an entertainment kind of a guy.
Tons of shows all weekend.
Absolutely, and you know, TV Warren was there working hard, you know, covering those concerts.
Yep.
So, you know, stick around. You know, TV Warren will be showing those concerts very shortly if they haven't started already. So, very excited about, you know, everything that we did there. The Birthday Bash was definitely a great success. The racing
great
pigs
weather all weekend.
were
The
back.
pigs, yes, of
You know,
course.
always a great hit. But stick around, we got plenty more Spotlight. We're talking Acoustic Guitar Project. If you don't know what that is, you're definitely going to learn about it coming up right after the break. So don't go anywhere. Spotlight will be right back.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in-your-face pep talk.
I can keep pushing. Believe me, I'm good at it.
Once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell him.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? He needs something a little more
Persuasive.
yes.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
PAL was started in 1989 by a few of our officers in the Warren Police Department. It links the community with police officers.
We're always looking for coaches and adults in the area who want to help out with coaching some teams.
The best place to find out all the information is warrenpal.org, and we're also on Facebook at Warren Police Athletic League.
You get to go out, have fun, play some sports, you get a free t-shirt, and you get to hang out with a couple of the cool cops.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Hello, I'm Joe Descamps of the Warren Kiwanis Club. The Warren Kiwanis is a volunteer organization formed in 1957 to serve the kids and families in our neighborhoods. We are dedicated to changing the world one child, one community at a time. We are always looking for new members. For more information, go to our website, KiwanisClubofWarren.org. The Kiwanis. Do what you can, when you can, and have fun doing it.
Welcome back to the Spotlight. As promised, we have the founder of the Acoustic Project, Dave Adams. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be on the Spotlight with us today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me here.
Now, tell me, for those who don't know and they're about to find out, what exactly is the Acoustic Guitar Project?
The Acoustic Guitar Project is basically a celebration of songwriting.
Okay.
The way it works is I get a used acoustic guitar, a little handheld microphone. I take it to a city and I give it to a musician. They have 1 week to record an original song using just that guitar and the mic. They can't edit it on the computer at all. It's got to be a live take.
Okay.
When they're done, they sign the guitar, they take a picture with it, and we do a video segment about that musician, post it all online, and then it goes on to the next musician. We do 12 musicians, and then we have a concert, and that's it.
That sounds pretty amazing. Now, how do you come up with this idea? Are you a musician yourself?
I'm not a musician,
You're
actually.
not a musician, okay. So you just have a passion for music?
Yeah, I have a passion for music and creativity. I'm always coming up with ideas and different ways to just engage people and inspire them. I kind of consider people to be my canvas. That's my art. So this is my way of motivating artists to create, really.
Okay, and then I guess what made you choose this style? Why the Acoustic Guitar Project? What inspired you to say, you know what, I may not be a musician, I know music does express feelings more than anything else probably. Why the Acoustic Guitar Project?
Well, it's funny that you ask, because I didn't set out to create the Acoustic Guitar Project. I didn't say, I'm gonna go out and help musicians. It just started with a simple, I don't even want to call it a favor. A friend of mine is a musician in New York.
Okay.
Amazing. And he would come over once a week just to hang out in my apartment. He'd pick up a guitar and he could just literally write a song instantly. But he would spend a year or two producing that song.
Right.
And his voice was incredible. I mean, really something gifted. And he just didn't need any of the production or layers on it. And I said, look, next time you come over, I'm gonna put a microphone down and we're gonna record you and I'm gonna put it up on YouTube. I went through that process and it was so gratifying to me to have completed that and just learn something. It was just that simple step of helping somebody and having to overcome a challenge from that really inspired me to continue on. And I've just refined and refined and refined. And what was just a simple way of helping a friend grew into something much bigger.
Okay, and then, so it started in New York?
Yeah.
And how did you decide who the next artist was going to be?
Well, oddly enough, I did not decide who the next artist was going to be. I let the artist choose the next artist in New York. And that guitar is continuing on that path where each artist chooses the next artist. Okay. Now that the project has expanded, I've had to modify it a little bit, as every good idea needs to be modified, because I found that sometimes now that the project is getting bigger, there can be the jeopardy of somebody saying, well, I have to give this to my girlfriend. Or,
yes, that happens a lot, especially the girlfriend influence, absolutely.
Or boyfriend influence,
Or boyfriend influence,
yeah, it's not just girlfriend. But it definitely, I saw it becoming a potential obstacle. Okay. And I really just see myself as the guardian of the project. And if I see potential obstacles, because it's really a burden for a musician sometimes to have to choose between many people. So I've modified that a little bit, and I kind of pre-select people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, do these people, do they come to you and say, I heard about the project, I would like to be a part of it? Or do you kind of search for somebody that maybe has, that inspirational background or something like that, a story to tell?
It's a combination of those two things.
Okay.
I have a submission form on the website, and any musician anywhere in the world can go on the acousticguitarproject.com/submit and add their information in, and I'll look at everybody. Okay. I also make an effort to hunt, that's part of the fun for me, to discover new musicians that maybe people hadn't heard of before.
Okay.
And because a lot of musicians are incredibly talented but don't know how to necessarily promote themselves. So I'm going out and trying to find those people too, to give them a lift,
okay,
so that they can get some of the notoriety that they deserve.
That's great. And I mean, all over the country is, like you were saying, those artists that are on street corners or, in the pubs and stuff, and they don't get the notoriety. And anytime you walk into those, buildings, a lot of the times I'm saying, this person is better than anybody on the radio that I've ever heard, at least recently.
Right.
And so it's those people, that's your target audience, basically.
Yeah, it really is a combination of two things. One, you have to be a great musician, and really connect to your music, in a way that is obvious. You walk through the door and you just hear that person has that something where they're just really going a little bit deeper emotionally. And then they have to be a good person. That's important to me, to help good people along the way. Okay. So the story is important, but how they are as a person, and if they're just like a good heartfelt person, and I want to help them out.
Very cool. Now, we mentioned that you started it in New York. That was the first time. Now that's not the only project going on right now. You've gone worldwide, international.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's funny because when I started, again, this project has had a mind of its own, and I really I'm the champion of it. I just follow it, and wherever it wants to go, I just defend it as best as I can. Okay. And my original intention was to just do one guitar, and I thought it would just go all over the world, and that was going to be it. It was just going to be an art project. And I realized that the guitar really wasn't moving at all. It just stayed in New York, and so I thought, I should do another guitar.
Okay.
And I was going to Europe last year for vacation, and a friend of mine who lives in Finland works for a radio station out there. And she said, look, if there's anything we can talk about in this guitar in New York, we'll do an interview when you come out to visit me. I said, wow. Well, I don't have anything related to Finland. Why don't we just try starting a guitar out there? And she immediately contacted a very well-known musician in Finland. Okay. He agreed to participate, and that's when the Finland guitar started.
Now, and how's it going overseas? I mean, are they still participating? Are you getting a lot of
Well, when I decided to do a second guitar, I decided that, okay, I didn't want to have multiple guitars ongoing forever.
Okay.
So New York will go for an extended period of time. It's already with the 35th musician.
Cool.
But I felt that the other guitars needed an ending. A beginning, middle, and an end. So I decided to just do that one at 20 musicians.
Okay.
So it went through 20 musicians. They, to the credit of the Finnish people, they were very efficient and on the ball. They got their songs in to me. There was never any hitches with them. They were great. And some fantastic music. I really had no idea how beautiful the Finnish language is when it's sung.
Okay.
Fantastic. Not every song is in Finnish, but some are really incredible. And then I put on a concert, organized a concert in Helsinki and flew out. And
very cool.
It was one of the best nights of my life.
And where else throughout the world do you have a project going on?
Well, once I saw that Finland was such a success, I said, well, let's try it in a country where I don't speak the language. And I thought, we need, we've got North America, we've got Europe, we need to go to Latin America next.
Of course.
And so Colombia ended up being the country that was selected. I narrowed it down to just 12 because that felt like a better number, especially for live performances.
Okay.
And we did a guitar in Colombia, and I just did a concert there actually about a month ago.
Now, what kind of sounds do you get from, an acoustic guitar from Colombia? I mean, does it have that Latin flavor, or is it, very, I guess, in America nowadays, I think people kind of go like the Dave Matthews route or the John Mayer route. Is it kind of the same music everywhere, or do they put that special Latin flair on it down there?
The diversity is really surprising, even amongst each individual country where I've been, because I've also been to Haiti as well too.
Okay.
And but even within each project, the music is very diverse. the instrument that's chosen certainly has an effect on that. In Colombia, we had a nylon string guitar, so that kind of dictated, how songs would sound a bit. But it was, to a certain degree, there's a Latin flavor to it because, the majority of those songs were actually sung in Spanish.
Okay.
But even within that, the variety is pretty wide.
Wow.
Pretty wide.
Well, that's very cool. Now tell me, let's bring it home now. You've started in New York, you've gone international, and now you're coming back to where basically you started.
Correct.
Back into the Metro Detroit area. Tell me a little bit about your Michigan roots.
Well, I grew up in the city of Detroit.
Okay.
And I lived there for about the first 22 years or so of my life.
Okay.
And then lived in Ferndale for a while. And then after, once I turned about 30, I traveled for a couple of years and then moved to New York. But I did a Kickstarter not too long ago, and I invited my backers to choose the city in which I would shoot the next guitar, the pilot, film pilot. And a lot of friends and family are from Detroit, so they selected Detroit. And actually, I don't want to discount the choice. A lot of people who are not from Detroit also chose Detroit. So it was like an overwhelming choice. And
landslide vote.
Basically. It was a landslide vote. And I think it's topical, and people understand the music of Detroit being very influential, and also it's just a place that it's a good place to go right now for something like this.
Okay.
So
a good story to tell.
Yeah. So now I'm in town currently reviewing musicians and looking at who will be involved.
Okay.
And trying to pick a nice cross-section of what Detroit represents for music.
And it looks like there's a little pilot in the making here. Is
Absolutely.
Detroit the first city that you're going to be shooting for this pilot, or is it a collection of all of the footage that you've had past?
Well, Detroit is the first official pilot.
Okay.
I have been filming in Haiti as well, too. I went down there for 3 weeks and set up an entire production crew. And then they're filming as we speak, but that requires translation. It's a little more challenging to shoot there.
Work.
Yeah, definitely. But Detroit is the actual official pilot, and
what are the plans with that?
Well, the plans are to shoot to film all 12 musicians.
Okay.
So even though I was just funded for the pilot, I do intend to film everybody out, and then once it's done, I'm gonna have a concert, and we'll film that as well too.
And is there anything kind of on paper right now as to when maybe this concert will happen, or how long this production period will take?
It could take some time because the filming process takes a little longer. Each musician has the guitar for a week, so right out of the bat, you're talking 12 weeks for sure. But I would factor in maybe 16, maybe even 20, because sometimes there's trouble with passing off the guitar. I'm going to be coming back and forth from New York to handle the filming, so it could take a little time. So I would estimate that it might be 4 to 5 months before the concert happens.
Okay, and then if somebody wanted to participate, what's the website that they can go to, or fill out that submission form?
Yeah, if anybody's interested in applying to be a part of the project, it's theacousticguitarproject.com/submit. And even if they're not selected for Detroit, I'm actually working on an app right now too for Android and iOS, so that I'll be able to invite many musicians from around the world to participate.
Very cool. Sounds like you got a great thing going on here. Obviously, we want to welcome you back to your hometown, and hopefully you get a lot of participation. And wish you nothing but the best. Sounds like you're really out to inspire, and that's what we like to do here on the Spotlight as well. So thank you so much once again for being on the Spotlight. I want you guys to stick around. Don't go anywhere. We've got plenty of show coming right up after these messages. We'll be right back.
So I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
PAL was started in 1989 by a few of our officers in the Warren Police Department. It links the community with police officers.
We're always looking for coaches and adults in the area who want to help out with coaching some teams.
The best place to find out all the information is warrenpal.org. And we're also on Facebook at Warren Police Athletic League.
You get to go out, have fun, play some sports, you get a free t-shirt, and you get to hang out with a couple of the cool cops.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in your face pep talk.
I can keep pushing. Believe me, I'm good at it.
Once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell him.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? He needs something a little more
Persuasive.
yes.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Welcome back to the Spotlight. I'm Nick Candela. Once again, I want to thank Dave from the Acoustic Project for coming out here, taking time out of his busy schedule. We will make sure to fill you in on all the events happening with the Acoustic Project. Speaking of keeping you up to date on events happening, let's toss things over now to Becca Friedman with the word. Becca?
Hi guys, I'm Becca and here's the word. September 13th through 15th is the 40th annual St. Anne's Sausage Fest. There will be ethnic foods, a beer tent, music, and lots more. The fest will go from 5 to 11 on Friday and 12 to 11 Saturday and Sunday, and admission is free. For more info, visit stann.net. Coming up September 14th, our past guests, Rhino Media Productions, are having the premiere of their documentary, The Michigan Beer Film. Unfortunately, the premiere will be in Kalamazoo, but the movie features local breweries from Warren like Dragon Mead and Kunin's. Tickets cost $13 in advance or $15 the day of. For more info, visit mibeerfilm.com. Speaking of Kunin's, the local brewery recently announced that they're expanding to a full-scale production and packaging facility. So that means that they'll be producing their beers for sale, so they'll be available in places other than their location here in Warren. And there are two funny comedians coming to Warren in September. Brad Garrett from Everybody Loves Raymond will be here on September 6th, and Martin Short will be here on September 20th. Both shows will be at Andiamo's, and tickets start at $25 for each. For more info, visit andiamoshowroom.com. September 26th is the 5th annual Warren College Fair, and all students and parents are invited to attend. There will be representatives from colleges and universities from Michigan schools as well as from schools all over the country. The fair will go from 6 to 8 at City Hall Atrium. For more info, call the mayor's office at 586-574-4520. That's the word for now. Back to you, Nick.
Very good job, Becca, as always. Appreciate it.
Thanks as always, Nick.
Yeah, not a problem. Well, we're really excited about our next musical performer. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, here's Blaire Alise and the Bombshells with their track, You Got Me.
top of the sky. Got me. Got me. You got me.
Well, Blaire might look a little familiar to you.
That's right. She was in Smudge Candy, a previous performance right here on the Spotlight.
That's right. But Blaire Alise and the Bombshells is a new project for her. You can check them out at blairealise.com or see them live at DIY Festival on September 14th.
Absolutely. We had a great time doing the show for you. I hope you guys had a great time watching. Did you have a great time?
I did.
I had a great time.
Lots of fun stuff this time.
Everybody had a great time. We want to thank Dave again from the Acoustic Guitar Project, the Disc Dogs of Michigan, and obviously we had a great time at the birthday bash. Another
Yes.
great success.
Always. We love birthdays.
Birthdays!
There it is.
And if you want to say happy birthday or drop us a comment or really give us anything, any event that you might want to see covered on the Spotlight, feel free to drop us a line on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/tvwarren.thespotlight. And that's going to wrap things up for this episode. Hopefully you had a great time. We will see you next time. But until then, it is lights out. Take care.